The bus broke down. They got another bus. The good news is they're here. Ulster University are in Dublin at Technological University Dublin, known as TU Dublin. So they are here for the quarterfinal of the 2024 Electric Ireland Sigerson Cup. We are eagerly awaiting the start of the game. You see the scoreboard on the far side there. It is TU Dublin. It's Ulster. I feel like it might be Ulster Rugby or something, but it's Ulster University from Belfast and Jordanstown. And I'm just looking over to my left, and I'm seeing the referee and his officials coming out. So the start is imminent. It's 8:15, a little bit later than expected, but not as late as we were told earlier. We were told 8:30. It's definitely 8:15, so we're starting within the next 8 or 9 minutes, I would imagine. The results from elsewhere, well, UCD are through. They're the favourites for the competition. They won at University of Galway at Dangan 114 to 1-6, pulled away to win quite easily in the end, and Maynooth have beaten, or rather UL have beaten DCU as well down in UL, that by a point. We're waiting to hear from Maynooth and Queens. That is the other game. So I'll give you the teams in a second, and I'm just bringing in Mark Lavin here. We're already on air, Mark. We've already started because of the earlier start. So if you get your headphones in on there, we'll get started, and we'll also look at the teams for this game. It is of course available on YouTube, only on YouTube and Higher Education GAA YouTube. There is the TU Dublin team managed by Adam Doran and Owen McGrady. And looking down that team, there are two late changes which we have put onto that graphic. Number 23 is DJ Early. He's from Monasterevin and Kildare. He's come in there in place of Joe Prendergast. And the other change, 22, Niall Carolan, who's the vice captain of the team. He's a cabin man, and he is into the team as well, and he is replacing Cal Baker, the number 7 from Avondale. So those are changes. More importantly, Mark Lavin, you know these boys well. How do you think they'll line out, and what do you think of those two changes that have come in there, DJ Early and Niall Carolan? What do they mean? Where are they playing?
I think the lineup will stay the same as it is listed there. I know Niall's an attacking wing back. I'm sure we'll see him get up and down the pitch all day today, and you might see DJ come out around the middle. But other than that, I think it'll be a 15-on-15 game. Oh,
really? You don't think they'll be playing defensively? I mean, I haven't seen TU Dublin. How do they normally play?
No, usually we stay 15 up, try to apply pressure on the kick-outs, and then go on from there.
Right, it's worked for you well. It worked well for you so far, so why not? Who else do we look at then? Killian McGuinness, obviously, at number 8, is a Dublin panellist. Jack Flynn Meath, and of course the captain is Dara Campion at number 4.
Yeah, I think especially Jack Flynn, he's a big presence in around the middle, and Killian McGuinness as well. Both lads well able to kick a score too, and of course Sean Guyden there, wing forward, he's very good from dead balls. I'm sure hopefully TU today might get some. We'll see Sean stick them over.
Yeah, and of course the win away to Galway, who've just been beaten. They've been knocked out now, University of Galway. There was a goal right at the end, and you were telling me Killian is still claiming that with Cian Hanley. They're still arguing who got the goal.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, no, the lads are still debating over that one, so hopefully there might be a clear cut one today, and they can make up over it.
Was that the making of this team, do you think? I mean, it was a late goal, as I say, and they caught them down there in Dangan, but a great win against St Mary's after that. But did that win sort of set them on a bit of a roll, do you think?
I think playing away against NUIG in the first round and going down as underdogs and coming out with a win definitely would have kicked the lads on coming into the later stages of this tournament. So UUJ today now is a big test for them, so hopefully it'll be a good game for both teams.
Absolutely, we're looking forward to a good game. The setting's absolutely perfect. The pitch looks good. It is good when you're out on it as well, and it's a cool night, but there's no real wind to talk of. Maybe a very slight breeze picks up now and again, but not as bad as the weather we've had earlier in the day. And so pretty much perfect conditions for a Sigerson Cup match on the 31st of January. Let's have a look at the Ulster University team then. We've become fairly familiar with this team. This is the 15 we've been given, and we've no reason to doubt that at the moment. We haven't seen you-know-who about the place, so we don't think that he is here. We don't think the Glen boys are here at all. They do have the Canavans though, and they have plenty of other really good players there. They're the sort of names that people are drawn to, but they're a good team, and they always are, and they're the sum of their parts, as Ronan McGeehan, the goalkeeper, was telling me. They've Ryan McGill at centre half back. He's the captain. He's obviously a key player for them, but all throughout the team they played very well. They lost the league final, and they lost against UCD, who, as I say, are the favourites for the competition, but they have come through really well in the last game, and I'm impressed by the likes of Niall Loughlin at number 14, and of course, yes, we do have to go to the Canamans and Conor Cushion, those sort of players, but overall they're pretty good. Have you seen much of them?
I watched them against UCC, I think it was, over in Abbottstown that day, and it started slow, but to be fair, they kicked on the second half and they're a very strong team.
For me, the big question is, will they start with 2 Canavans? I mean, from that team that we've been given, we don't know, but sometimes they just get through the sort of a squad. But you'd imagine they would play Rory and Dara, would you?
Well, I think today, if I was Jordanstown myself, I would be hoping the 2 Canavans be playing and get off to as good a start as they can, but you never know. Also, sometimes they do leave maybe a bit of firepower on the bench to bring in these big games too, so.
But talk to me, Mark, about this factor. I mean, you have these what we call big names coming in, but like at this stage, I mean, the magic of Sigerson is, yes, you have the odd big name, but they're lads who are going to be going on to become big names. This is in a way where they make their names, but you've settled teams as well. And can you really bring in the like? And what's it like when you're part of a panel if you think there's a big guy there, but he's what a name, he's a great name, but he's not around the panel and he's not training with you, he's not playing with you? Is it right to bring him in? How does it upset the whole thing? So all that sort of talk, I mean, is it irrelevant or does it affect anything?
I think it can maybe upset the team if they're not entirely focused on what they're trying to get out of the game. But other than that, I'm sure a lot of these lads would have played together and maybe playing the same county teams together. So when you do have so-called big name players coming in, it can add a great boost to the team. But also, it means sometimes other people might step off a little bit just because they know the lads are coming back. So hopefully now we do see the 2 Canavan start, to be honest. And
you want them to start even though you're the opposition? Yeah?
I would like to see them start, yeah, and I think it would be a good test for TUD and see what they can put up to them.
Well, I mean, this is the quarterfinals. I mean, there's no point holding back at this point now. We did see number 27 in the shots there. That is Dara Canavan, and his brother Rory is at number 15. And looking at that looks to be the 15 out there. I don't see any other numbers, but I think he was around the other side, so it'll be intriguing to see. But yeah, at this stage you want the teams to put out their full hands, and it's not like a Conor Glass coming in where he hasn't played at all for them. Dara has been there and thereabouts over the last while as well, so there is that factor too. So that is the setup. It's Ulster University in the white, and it is a game that is available on YouTube. You can comment on the live chat there, and we will keep an eye on that as the game goes on. The managers, to give them a shout out for TU Dublin: Owen McGrady, he's from Clontarf, and Adam Doran, he's from St Anne's, and he's got coaches and selectors there. Sean Kelly, who's actually a Roscommon man, and he's David Gordon, who is a Meath man. And last year, as Mark will know, they got to the semi-finals and lost to UCC, but everyone seemed to lose to UCC last year. But what do you think of that panel this year? Can they go all the way?
I think the panel in depth this year is probably stronger than it was last year, and I think last year we probably had an easier start to the campaign, whereas this year we went down to Galway and we got the result there, as we all know. So I think over the last number of weeks the lads have put in great effort, and they definitely have that belief there that they can go all the way.
Interesting. And the management for Ulster University, well, you've got Paul Royce in there, Barry Dillon, and Benny Hurl is out there. He'll be recognisable because he's the only one who's not playing and wearing shorts. They breed them like that up around the Loch Shore, up in Tyrone, Mark. They're hardy men up there. We have a big crowd ready for seeing this game online, and Brendan Cawley from Kildare is the referee. I wonder how late this will go on to. So an 8:15 start. Imagine if we get extra time and penalties, it could be the midnight hour. But we are starting sharp now at 8:15. Well, it's actually 8:16 now, but we'll not complain about that. And as you see there, 6 and 12 have gone to midfield for TU Dublin. That's Sean Hannafin. He is the number 6. His dad is actually Dermot Kerryman, and number 12 is Jack Flynn. So they've gone to midfield, and that is Jack getting a punch on it right away, but it only goes to Ulster University, so they will take up possession from there. And this is Peter Og McCartan. He's from the same club as the Canavans. That's Errigal Kieran in County Tyrone. Ryan McGill, the captain now, from Burren in County Down, number 6. Famous number 6 from that club is Paddy O'Rourke, who captained Down to the All-Ireland win in 1991. Josh Largo Ellis is number 5. Watching the monitor, but I'm now watching the play because it's right down in front of us. The speed of the play in front of us, and that was Ben McCarran, and he was dealt with rather unceremoniously there. And as you can see, the fence is quite close to the side. And let's watch that again and see exactly what happened there. He releases the ball, but he got a shoulder there from Ryan Deegan, and hopefully He is up and he is okay. And yeah, I think we're about to get going again. But a yellow card showing just off camera there, and showing to the number 9 Deegan.
Deegan, yeah. An early yellow card there. Wouldn't want to be picking up this early.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but it was a bit unnecessary, I guess.
It was, yeah.
Goalkeeper is Ronan McGee from St Eunan's and Letterkenny, and he's well up the field, but he may as well be. And he does like to come out as most keepers do these days. This is McCartan, so it's Ulster University in the white. TU Dublin, the home team, in the navy. Number 8 is Charlie Diamond, and he tried to get it in. That has got through the full forward area, and I think it's Lachlan, and he's got it over the bar. Seen him do that before, and he can turn on either side, and he turned there beautifully with a minimum of fuss. And he was in a lot of space there. He wasn't being marked very tightly, but he's good at getting away, and he can put it over from either side, which obviously is a major factor. So that is 1 point to no score for Ulster University. 2 minutes played in the game. TU Dublin trying to get their first attack going. This is the yellow carded man. You see 22 out there. That is indeed Niall Carolyn. He's on the ball now. Cavan Man, vice captain of the team. He's one of 2 changes from the starting 15 that we were given. Ulster University have not left a single player up the field. They are all behind the ball, and you will see in some of your shots there, number 27 is indeed out there, and that is of course Dara Canavan. Not quite sure who he's actually in for, but let's follow this, because Jack Flynn is trying to get an equaliser, and it looks pretty good to me, and indeed it has gone over the bar, and that's a good response. Mark Lavin, these are your boys. What do you think of that response, and how do you think the game has started?
Yeah, great response. I think, as we can see, both teams kind of drop men back behind the ball early to set up, but no, great score there by Jack, and hopefully now we might win this kick out.
I see 13, 14 and 15 out there for Ulster University, so I'm looking at maybe, and I see 10 out there, maybe Ronan McCaffrey hasn't started, number 11, or Cush, Cush is out there, of course, number 12, so yeah, that might have been the switch from the start of the game. So Canavan, both Canavans are in there. The other Canavan is Rory, so there are 2 Canavans out there, no Glen men, but definitely 2 Canavans. Now that's a fair distance out, and he's put that really high up in the air. It's going to drop in dangerously, and they need to watch this closely. The goalkeeper hasn't got it, and Ulster University will get a free out, and they will clear their lines here, but that was a touch and go moment for them, and McGeehan gets it out quickly. Great atmosphere here on this campus, and it's great to have a Sigerson quarterfinal on a campus here at Grangegorman. And it's the biggest college, I believe, or university in Ireland at the minute, 26,000 students. It's just growing rapidly, and they've moved over most, if not everything, over to Grangegorman here, and a big crowd here watching this game, and with their various amalgamations or whatever, they are bigger and maybe better than ever, and more capable, and a bigger threat in the Sigerson than ever. Ben McCarran is number 10, thankfully recovered from the push he got into the side off the pitch there in the first minute. Kieran Daly, this is number 13. 8 is Charlie Diamond from Balahi and Derry, and as you can see now, it's TU Dublin. Now they haven't put everyone back, but there's a huge gap between this area. They've 13 back there and the other 2, but they're way up in the full forward area, so huge gap, so they may as well have everybody back. But they've left 2 way up the field, and then, as I say, that huge chasm in the middle. He's going for it from all the way out there. That's an ambitious one. Or is he just going for the pass? Obviously he is. It's come out the field a little bit, and 14 is Lachlan looking for a second score. I told you he can score off right or left. I think he was trying to get on his left, but it's Canavan, and it is a score. I think that is over from Canavan, is it? I haven't seen a signal from the umpires. It is indeed, just making sure, and it is indeed. So Canavan is on the board, and it's 2 points to 1 for Ulster University after exactly 5 minutes gone, and that is the Dara Canavan factor. Mark, your thoughts after 5 minutes?
Yeah, great score there by Dara. It just shows how important he is to the Jordanstown attack. You just can't even give him any second. He can kick off left or right.
Yeah, that's what I was saying about Lachlan as well. So it's such a key thing to have when you're a forward. Now it's TU Dublin playing it. He was looking for a mark there, wasn't he? Didn't manage to get it the first time I've asked him, but he's got it the second time. Luke Swan from Castleknock, not too far from where you're from, and looking, Mark. And that has been well blocked down on Ulster University. Playing very tenaciously here. That's really good defending. Now they're looking to transition quickly, and they get it out to Dara Canavan. He's got the ball over on that left hand side. It's interesting and noteworthy that they try to move it so quickly. And and they're trying to catch them on the counter before they get back, but they are pretty much back now, so they try and feed it in, but they're playing with a lot of confidence. This is the other Canavan, and there he is. That's Rory and Dara mixing it up, and McGill's up there from centre half back, but it's been turned over. The attack is broken down and it's a free out, but obviously the game being played at a really, really fast pace. A lot of terrific young players, the cream of the best players in the country from all over the country, really. 11 is Jack Lundy. He's from Ballantyre St John's, not too far from here, but that's gone out of play. And I'd put it to you, Mark, that TU, when they're going forward, they're not working as smoothly maybe as Ulster University, and there was a big high ball into the box there, and there was one or two that looked pretty aimless, and there's another ball's gone out of play. They can't be that wasteful.
Yeah, the unforced turnovers will kill you on a day like today, but Jordanstown have started off moving the ball very fast through the hands and getting runners off the shoulder, so we'll see now from this play here.
Well, this is the area, isn't it, where they need to create something, but Ulster University sitting in very deep, making it tough for them. But this is, number 2 is Cormac McGill from Mullahoran. He's up and involved in the attack, and this is the number 6, Sean Hannafin. He's up there and he gets that kick in, but it's far too low. I'm sure he wasn't going for a goal, he just didn't connect at all. And McCarran is back there to take it from his goalkeeper. 2 points to 1, 7 minutes into the game, and McCarran turning and twisting, and he goes back to his goalkeeper. And it is Ulster University with Ronan McCaffrey. I was saying maybe he didn't actually start, but he is out there obviously, as you can see. So all the forwards are out there, and it's 11 against 11. That's Jack Lundy trying to get the ball off him, doesn't manage to do so. So Ulster University trying to transition, and TU Dublin did put on a bit of a press there, but it hasn't worked. And this is Peter Rogue McCartan. And he just slips the ball. There's a nice low ball. Well, actually I thought it was nice, but it's actually not worked. It's been well worked back there, or well defended back there, and they've got it, but the turnover has been turned over, and it's all very congested, Mark, isn't it, in there?
Very narrow in there and tight, yeah.
Are they playing, you were saying 15 on 15, but are they playing a sweeper in there? Because they seem to be cutting out those balls through the middle there, TU Dublin, quite easily.
Yeah, it looks like they might have dropped maybe Derek Campion down around the midfield or the half-back line when Jordanstown do come on the attack. I see he was listed there at number 4, and he definitely isn't playing in cornerback.
This is Fintan O'Shea. He's from Wicklow, Greystones in fact, and he just punts a short pass forward to, was it Deegan I think it was out there. This is DJ Early. DJ just switches the play. They're just going from side to side at the minute. This is Hannafin. I was telling you before the start, his dad, Dermot Hannafin, Kerryman, but he represents Naas in Kildare. And here's this quick transition again, and it's Loughlin. He's quickly moving it through the hands, and it's Dara Canavan, and he runs into a challenge, and there's going to be a free here if he needs it. He's been given advantage, but he keeps going, and they're hanging off him, and he's certainly a big threat in there, isn't he, Mark?
He is, yeah.
Drew the free there.
Yeah, it was good to see him try play on as well, keep the advantage going, because they were on a fast break there.
And on the live chat, I'm just keeping an eye here. Someone's asking who won the early game. Well, UCD beat University of Galway, and UL beat DCU. So that's 2 of the semi-finalists decided. UCD and UL are there. And the other game is Maynooth against Queens. Don't know about that one just yet. And we are at the final quarter-final here. Has he got that? Is it inside the post? No, it's just gone to the right. That's a wide from Conor Cush. Quite a distance out, but the threat was there from Canavan. Now let's see the kick out here. He's looking to see where he can go here. Jake Turley, he's a Ballybudden St Denda's man, and eventually he goes short and goes to Fintan O'Shea. Just got between a couple of Ulster University players. This is Jack Lundy, and he's gone back, and Ulster University very quick to drop deep and just let them have the ball out here, and then they'll congest the area from the 45 in, really. And it's only the 2 Canavans that are inside the other half at the moment. But TU Dublin, there's an interesting big long fist pass right into the full forward area, and he is immediately surrounded. I can't see who it is. Well, it's 15, it's Conor Fee, but it immediately had about 4 men around him, and I'm not sure what the referee's given there. Is it a free in or a hot ball?
Throw ball, yeah.
Is indeed a hot ball. The big man's gone over, Sean Hannafin, the number 6 who I mentioned. and he gets it ahead of Oisin McCann. He's trying to get free as well, but look at the hunting and packs there from Ulster University. They've been doing that a lot. They've been playing with an awful lot of energy for a team who were stuck in the bus for longer than they wanted to be. This is Fintan O'Shea again. 4 is the captain you were talking about, Campion. It's hard to say that, Dara Campion. He's from Screen in County Meath. And it's congested in there, but Cormac McGill gets it and puts it right across the goals. It's dangerous, but well taken in there by Steve Donaghy, the number 4. And here is where Ulster University will look to move the ball as quickly as they can up the field, but they're being forced backwards. And it's remaining 2 points to 1 after 11 and a half minutes. And it's a pretty even game on the scoreboard and in the game itself, and it's tit for tat really. One team going for it and then the other. This is Ronan McCaffrey. This is Steve Donaghy again. They're just recycling, and that's a nice little turn inside by McGill, the captain. He's up against Jeremy Finneran, number 3 for TU. Number 12 is Cush, the vice captain of Ulster University. They come out to Dara Canavan. He gives it out quickly to Charlie Diamond. And they're just coming back out all the way, trying to find a little bit of room. Well, there's now a little bit of room for Ellis. What can he do? That he gets a runner on the inside and he gives it to him, and it's nicely laid off. Lots of quick hands in there, and the referee has given them advantage, but Peter O'McCartan goes for a kick anyway, and that might drift in. It looked like it was going wide, but it went in absolutely beautifully judged. And I don't know if there's that much of a wind, or maybe it was just the way that he kicked it, but watch this again. This was brilliant from Peter O'McCartan. Never mind the Cannabins from Errigal Kieran. He's from the same club, and he's just as good when it comes to finishing like that. 3 points to 1. Quick counter from TUD. That's a brilliant low ball into the full forward Luke Swan as they try to get somewhere, and it's Deegan now who's fancying it. He's trying to do the same at the other end, but it's not going to curl in. Good quick attack though when they caught Ulster University a little bit there, and they're struggling, and I feel a little bit, Mark, to get the ball effectively into the forwards and create chances, real chances.
They are, yeah. In fairness, Jordanstown have been well at setting up their defence very quickly now, and then they're hunting in packs, putting great pressure on the player with the ball, but realistically should have been a score there.
Well, the keeper has been penalised here for taking too long to kick it out, and the home crowd like that. They were calling for it in the sideline here, the TUD management, and Brendan Cawley is indeed going to hop the ball. Mark, I don't know if you know, but I do a lot of ladies football. In that game it's a different rule, because when you're penalised it's actually a free in. If that was a free in, it's more or less a point, but it makes the keeper kick it out quickly the next time. But it's only a free here, but they do win it, and they might still get a score because Cormac McGill was there, should be over the bar, and is indeed, and they have benefited from that referee or the goalkeeper taking just a little bit too long, and it was good work. And the man from Mullahoran and Cavan makes it 3 points to 2, and their scores coming from, shall we say, a little bit of an unusual way there.
Yeah, they haven't really gotten off to the greatest start attacking wise.
But you'll take it.
You will take it, especially in a game like this.
But you know, you've got to give credit as opposed to the press from TU, you know, because that's what created it and made it hard for the goalkeeper to take it quickly. It
was, yeah, and I think that's maybe 2 or 3 kickouts that TU have won now.
Yeah, they'll not be happy about that at Ulster University. They'll have their stats man and they'll be worried about that. You need to get your kickouts. This is Hannafin again, Jack Lundy. And he's just going to come all the way back out to Finneran. And TU 3 points to 2 down as we hit exactly the end of the first quarter. Niall Carrollin, another Cavan man from the Cuchulains club. And now it's their turn to just patiently try and build and then go through the middle. And Killian McGuinness here, the dub from the Skerries club, North County Dublin, isn't able to get anywhere, so it's a matter of being patient. And this is the captain, Campion. Fancies it himself, but, well, or did he? Was that a pass? Be honest, Mark?
I'm not too sure now. I don't think so.
Don't think so either. Nearly turned out it would have been a good one. If got someone on the end of it, if he'd really meant it. Thought maybe there was a full forward making a run there, but I don't think so. So it remains 3 points to 2. And a very even game indeed. And that kick out, well, he took it quicker, Mark,
he
but
did, yeah.
that's look what happened. Oh, Canavan looking to intercept there. Nearly got to it, but He's ended up on the ground. I think he came off worse there. And he's still down off the ball and getting a bit of treatment as TU Dublin continue with the play. Hanifin now. Nicely laid and great run off the shoulder from McGuinness. That's powerful running and a really nice finish as well from McGuinness, and the man from Skerries has got a point and he's levelled it, and that's impressive. Strong play through the middle, quick hands as well. He's a powerful player, Mark.
He is. He's a very powerful runner from midfield. Great score there off his weaker foot as well.
That's his weaker foot?
His weaker foot, yeah.
Oh yeah, because he took one off his left a minute ago, wasn't that him? Or was that Deegan?
That was Deegan.
That was Deegan, yeah, you're right, okay. Well, 3 points each, good response, and as I say, well in the game after 16 and a half minutes now. I was going to say, as the keeper trying to take this quickly, well he isn't, because the referee is over checking on Canavan. It was Canavan actually who went in, and just over to the right here, if our camera's going in on it, there you go. Yeah, he went in to make the challenge, but he actually came off worse. How would you sum up the game so far? Are you happy to be 3-3?
I think with the amount of scoring chances that TU probably have missed or lack to create, I think they would be happy being level at this point of the game. I think we just need to be a bit wary of Jordanstown's counter-attack, because when they do get going at speed, they're very deadly on the counter.
Yeah, they can be, but the last 5 minutes or so, they haven't really made much headway at all since the McCartan point.
Yeah.
And your guys, TU Dublin, like when they go forward, they're so strong and so direct through the middle, and they've sort of been more impressive in that last 5 minutes.
Yeah, I think if they bring a bit more patience into the play and try work a better score at times as well, they could definitely benefit from it. Kick
out goes very long, and will it bounce all the way through? It does, and it bounces kindly. Really well read there by Oisin McCann. And this is a chance for Ulster University. They might even get a goal chance out of this. They don't. They take their point, and I think, was it Cush, was it? I'm not quite sure. But I'll maybe get another look at it here. There's a 13 actually, which is Daly. Yeah, it's Daly. And he makes it 4-3, and that's a swift reply and a swift attack as well. They are dangerous when they go forward too. This game played at a really high tempo, and not surprisingly, lots of fantastic players down there. That might be intercepted. It was well watched there by Josh Largo Ellis, the number 5 for Ulster University, and he indeed has got a free out of it. This is Cush, and he gives it quickly as well. He like to do everything quickly, don't they? And that is the way to do it. Loughlin now. That's a terrible angle, but he might just have got a fantastic point. What a score from Niall Loughlin, and even Mark Lavin, TU man and commentary, appreciated that. I told you he's good off either foot. I've seen him score points near goal, but that is an absolute peach.
Wonderful score, yeah. Like you said, we've seen him kick off his left and then one there off his right. Great score.
And that makes it 5-3, and Ulster University, they do look sharper when they get in the attack, don't they?
They
That's
do.
2 quick scores and out of almost nothing, you know.
Yeah, they look very comfortable creating their chances when they go forward. They're very patient in their play and their build-up.
But they can hurt you. They really can hurt you quickly. 19 minutes gone, 5 points to 3. Lots of quality out there. Number 4 is the captain. Again, Dara Campion. 22 is Carolyn. TU trying to get forward, and that shot is coming in. That needs to be watched by the goalkeeper, and it is. Safe hands from Ronan McGeehan. They've dropped a few into the goalkeeper. They'll not be happy about that, Mark.
They have, yeah. I think Jordanstown's conversion rate will be far higher right now anyways.
Yeah, so you've had plenty of the game, but not as clinical. Ulster University in the white. That's a good way to spread the play. Good kick pass across, and that's taken out a lot of the press from TU Dublin, and there's room there for Ulster University to get on the attack. And up ahead, I'm watching off camera, and Canavan was trying to get free there, and he doesn't, and that ball in there was rather easily intercepted for TU Dublin, and now they will quickly transfer. This game being played at a frightening pace, and this is Jack Lundy, and look at that ball. That was ambitious, trying to get it in there, and it looked like a brilliant ball, but it was well read and well intercepted by McCartan. It's end-to-end stuff, Mark, isn't it?
It is. It's end-to-end, all right.
You don't see too much of that these days in men's football, and it gets a bit of criticism, and I'd be on that fence myself sometimes, but this is terrific stuff here. They're both going at it. I don't know whether it's the venue, the game, or the occasion, a quarter-final, but both teams just seem to be going at it at a terrific pace, and it's fantastic to see, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
20 and a half minutes gone, 5 points to 3, Ulster University. looking to get to the semi-finals. Don't think they've been there for about 5 years, maybe 6 even. There's an ambitious one from distance, but that dropped really short, and that's easy for Jake Turley. He's going to give it out, and Ulster University not even trying to press, they're just trying to race back into position to set up. But how quickly can TU Dublin get up and hurt them? DJ Early, great name, isn't it?
It is
that
his
real name?
I think the mullet might be even better.
The DJ with the mullet from Monaster Evan, the Monaster Evan mullet. 21 minutes gone now, 9 to half time. The first 20 minutes has flown by. And of course, Ulster University have been beaten by UCD already, and they have beaten University of Galway today by 8 points. They are definitely the favourites for the competition, but really on their day anybody I think could beat anyone. That's a brilliant effort from McGill, and it's gone over as well. Well, he's listed as right corner back, and as we see, he took that off his left, and the standard of scoring here is terrific, Mark.
Yeah, it's been very good. Another shot there from out wide, probably out of the scoring zone as you might call it, but great finish by Cormac there.
Yeah, but that unsettles the whole scoring zone thing, doesn't it?
It does,
because
yeah.
You're going like, hold on, we thought we had this sussed, and then boys are taking scores from anywhere, so you have to extend the scoring zone, I guess. Now, this is Cush again, number 12 for Ulster University. Takes the freeze back out to Ben McCarran. He's from Steelstown, a club in Derry City. No go that way, so he just turns and comes back. He's just over the fence from us here in the sideline. And it's TU's turn to sit in. Here's Peter Road McCartan. He has McCaffrey, number 11. He bypasses him. A tough challenge going in, and the referee says that's a fair one, so he lets that go. They're just trying to manufacture something, trying to get a little bit of space here, but TU Dublin sitting in, marking the space, marking the areas, and trying not to let them get through. It's 5 points to 4. This is Josh Largo Ellis for Manaman from the Irvinstown club to Cush from Donegal and Tyrone. They have 6 Tyrone in the 15. Well, actually with Canavan come in, that might be 7. 2 for Mana. At least they were supposed to start with 2 for Mana. And this is Lachlan again. And has he got that over? It's just gone to the left. He's so dangerous, isn't he?
He is, yeah. He's very sharp when he gets on the ball there, causing a lot of damage.
Maynooth 9 points, Queens 8 points is the latest score from the other quarter-final. Semi-final draw has not yet been made. We know UCD are there. We know UL are there. And it's Maynooth leading at the moment, and it's Ulster University leading at the moment, but there is a long, long way to go. This is DJ Early, Kildare man. 12 is Jack Flynn, big fella from Ratoath in Meath. Early again. We'll switch the play. I've seen that a few times in this game. It's a way to sort of really stretch a defence. Good, quick, diagonal, long pass to drag the whole defence over. That's what they did there, but Ulster University are coping with it nicely. This is Ryan Deegan, another of the Dubs. He's from Thomas Davis. They've 6 Dubs, 2 from Wicklow, 2 from Kildare, 2 Cavan, 2 Meath and 1 Offaly in the starting 15. That's Niall Carlin. He's Cavan, and I missed that looking down there. Mark, what happened there?
I think the ref was just playing advantage there for a tug in the jersey.
Oh, I see it, yeah. I see it in the replay, yeah. So,
well, you can see even the Jordanstown defence set up well there with their sweeper in front of the full forward line.
yeah, it's just they seem to drop really deep as soon as TU get the ball, but here they're taking this quickly, and Deegan, will he fancy this? He looked, maybe he's thinking, I tried one of them about 6 or 7 minutes ago and it didn't work, and he was a fair distance out, so he thought better of it. It was Sean Guyden who took the short free. He's the ginger haired fella at number 10 from St Sylvester's. 22 Carlin again, Deegan again. Have a lot of big fellas up there, haven't they? And this is Campion again. Will he fancy it? Will he go for the equaliser? I think that's a pass he's looking for, and that was dangerous. Good cover again, but he's going to have to release this ball. He's been bottled up in there, and the referee is keeping it close, and it's going to be a free in. I take it for over carrying, and that is indeed the decision. But the ball played in there was very, very dangerous. He was brave to get to it, but let's see what happened there. Yeah, he tried to charge out. I think it's McGill taking the responsibility in there, but look at the passion in there and the tackling in there. And this is turning into an absolute battle here, but it's intriguing. Your take on it with 4 minutes to go?
I think now Giddy should pop this point over here and we'll be going level with only 5 minutes left of this half. So I'd say TU will be happy to get into the dressing room now, maybe level or a point or two up if they do win this next few kickouts. But I think Luke and Deegan there, their pressure on the ball coming out to win the turnover and get the free. It just shows what you need to do to get your points in a game like this.
And they have had a settled team, haven't they? And they've built momentum as the competition has gone on. And that levels it then. 5 points each, 3.5 minutes to half time, and it's McGeehan, the goalkeeper. He's going to have to take it quickly. He's learned his lesson, and if he can't go short, he just bomb it up the middle, and that's what he's done. But as I said, a lot of big lads there from TUD, and they win it. They've got possession back for his Campion. Coming looking to get into the lead now, and I don't think they've been in the lead, have they?
I don't think they have yet, no.
They work this, and now the chance is for Swan. I think it's gone to the right, and it is. Well, he took responsibility, but he was under pressure and outside what we call the scoring zone. He just didn't quite get it. Maybe there's a bit of a wind going from this side to that side, but that might be being a little bit kind. I think he was just rushed under pressure there.
I think that's one of the main differences as well. If you watch both attackers or attacking teams, UUJ are very comfortable on their kicks.
And these kickouts, as you say, have been crucial. TUD have won quite a lot of them. They won the last one as well, and they're forcing them to go long, and then they're winning. And again, there you see the tenacity to get in there. But Loughlin has won that in the end. Looked like TUD were favourites for that, but Loughlin got it back. And it seems again they haven't been up the field in that while, but when they get up, they're very, very good. Usually, this is McCarran from distance inside the 45. Josh Largo Ellis, and this is Derek Canavan, fancies it from way out on the right, or might end up in the net actually, and I think that has dropped. Oh, very, very close. I'm at ground level here, so that looked to me like it might even be going in towards the goal, and the referee has blown. And let's have a look at that again. Canavan, was he going for a score? I don't know, but let's just see. The big fella went in, the goalkeeper didn't get it. That could easily have ended up in the net. Close one, Mark.
It was, yeah. Not one you would like to concede.
Do you think he was going for a point or a goal there, honestly?
I think he was going for a point.
Yeah, but when you have a big fella in there, it's not a bad option. Just had a message, by the way, telling me Josh Largo Ellis, by the way, was a Hogan Cup winner with St Michael's Enniskillen in 2019 and vice captain of that team. Thanks for that. So that's the number 5 for Ulster University. A lot of these boys perform brilliantly at Ulster schools levels and the various competitions down the years. I think I remember seeing Ben McCarran quite a few years ago. And look at him now, out there in esteemed company for Ulster University, trying to win a Sigerson. It's been a long time since Ulster University have won it. 2008, their last one. TUD in the final, semi-final last year, lost to UCC, who got to the final and won it. But they're out now. And where's that one gone? It's a sideline ball for TU Dublin. 5 points each, last 30 seconds of the first half.
Big switch.
22 is Carolyn. How big a factor, Mark Lavin, do you think the height has been around the middle for TU Dublin? Lots of lads around there, not just midfield, but around that whole area.
Yeah, they do have good size around the middle, and especially with Jordanstown going long on the kickouts, it definitely does play a big factor for TU.
That is guiding, and he's just guided it just to the left and wide. Could easily have dropped inside, and I think they've had probably more of the chances and more of the play. You're probably talking 60-40, would you?
Yeah, probably, and then when you bring in the kickouts to it too, TU have won a lot of Jordanstown's kickouts and probably haven't converted maybe 50%.
So you reckon they should be ahead maybe? Let's see from this kick out, another one dropping up the middle, but that's brilliantly taken by Oisin McCann. from Killyclogher and Tyrone, and they've moved it quickly to Ellis, and he's going to try and bend that in. I think that's going over, you know. He saw Peter Rogue McCartan doing it, so he's done it as well. They are so fast when they get possession in the middle, and that all came from the brilliant catch from McCann. It was all Tyrone, and then it was finished by Fermanagh. Great score.
Great score, yeah.
6 points to 5, and it just seems to me, Mark, that Ulster University can hurt you very, very quickly, and there it is, half time now, and that's sort of been the story of the first half for me, that TU Dublin have had a lot of the play and a lot of the press, but Ulster University, when they counter, boy are they clinical.
They are, yeah. They have a number of players there now who have chipped in with scores, and like I said earlier, they look very comfortable when they are taking their shots on goal.
Yeah, some brilliant points in that half from both sides. Some really, really good play. Great standard of play in the first half, but it's 6 points to 5. Absolutely everything to play for here in Grangegorman. And it is the Electric Ireland Sigerson Cup quarter-final. And just to bring you up to date again, UCD are through. They beat University of Galway, and UL are through. They beat DCU just by a point. UCD won by 8, but it was just a point in the other game. And the last we heard, Maynooth are winning against Queens, but only a point in it. That's the stage in the quarter-finals. We'll take a break now. The players all get into their groups there. They're staying here. They're not going into any dressing rooms. They're staying out on the field. Why not? The weather isn't too bad, and we'll probably hear what they're saying, but we'll not tell you. We'll be back instead for the start of the second half in about 5 or 6 minutes. there's the scene just before the start of the second half. And Mark, you know what it's like to be in there. What do you think he's saying in there, and what do you think is the mood in there? What's the message?
I think Adam there will be saying to the lads to push on, that the game's there for them to take. Especially, I'm sure he had a word with them about the conversion rate that they had and maybe setting up a bit quicker defensively, but I think he'd be definitely telling the lads that the game's still there to be won and to not stop going till the very end.
We have a result from elsewhere. Maynooth have won. They have beaten Queens 10 points to 9. Tight one. They're through by a point. UL through by a point. They're both in the semi-finals, as are UCD. But who is going through from here at half time? It is also very, very close. But these words from the manager, Adam Doran, he's also got Owen O'Grady with him, but it's Adam doing the talking at the minute, and he is saying this is your chance to get through to the semi-finals. Remember last year, you were in the semi-finals last year, you lost to UCC, and as Mark Lavin is saying in co-commentary today, they are maybe a stronger team, a stronger panel than they were last year. They're well placed, but it's up to them. They're at home, and you see what's said in the back of the jerseys as well. Infinite possibilities. Maybe that's part of the message. They're all being positive here, and they're waiting for Ulster University to come out of their huddle. They're not going over just yet. They're maybe going back in for another one in here, but it's all rather tense. It's all to play for, and they're such a big team as well, as you can see from out there. What are they doing now? Are they listening to the captain, or are they? Is this a statistical sort of breakdown? Maybe that looks like someone's come in and is sort of pointing out things to them.
Yeah, I think that's Marty there coming in with the stats. I'd say, like we talked about already, I'd say he'll be big on the conversion rate and maybe where they are taking their shots from.
Yeah, so maybe that's it. But get it in a bit closer, be a bit patient. That might be the message. Yeah,
be a bit more patient on the ball, work a better shooting position.
Yeah, well, there's been a lot of good scores taken from distance by both teams in the first half, and there's also a lot of people watching from distance as well. We have a huge audience online, and you have a few friends across the Atlantic.
There is, yeah. Shout out to Patrick Chambers over in Chicago. He's watching it today, and then I have another friend in San Francisco who's tuned in, Brian Monaghan, Harry Ladd, and also Conor Hanley.
And there's a change at half time talking about a Hanley you spotted, yeah? 24 Cian Hanley.
Cian Hanley, yeah. He's in here now, I think.
And what will be that switch, do you think? And who's he coming in for, or where does he play?
Cian's gone in there to left wing back. Not sure who he's came in for yet, but he's a great runner. He'd go all day. He had a stint in the AFL there as well.
Yes, and he's Balladarin in Mayo. Right, here we go with the second half. I mean, they've men to bring in. There's some Bridget's men there as well, but maybe they haven't been as much a part of the panel because of their club commitments. But they've two of those in the subs as well. They've Shane Canan and they've Conor Hand. I wonder will they bring them on in the second half. So both teams with plenty of cards to play in the second half. But it is 6 points to 5 right now, and the men out there are trying to engineer a score at the start for TUD, playing from left to right at the start of the second half, trying to get an equaliser. It's all very congested, and somebody got a toe dead in there, and it's Ulster University who have managed to turn that one over. And there's the big boot up the pitch. We don't see that often. It's not accurate. It's gone right over the side, and TU Dublin will be happy to get that possession back. Was that the president just walked past? It is, yeah. Larry McCarthy, the president of the GAA, and he has just walked past us here. We've seen him at Abbottstown a few times in recent weeks at the higher education games, and he's here again tonight. Of course, he's only got about 3-4 weeks to go, maybe 3.5 weeks is it, as president. I think Congress is on the 24th, 23rd, somewhere around there. And then Jonathan Burns, who is the Sigerson Cup winner himself with St Mary's back in 1989. TU Dublin beat St Mary's, and they beat University of Galway, and now they're looking to beat Ulster University. And maybe he was trying to get that close to the goal, but it went the other way, and it has gone out. And that's 2 attacks at the start of the second half that have not got anywhere, Mark.
No. I think we just need to work the ball into a better scoring position, more patience. Like Jordanstown are setting up very well, and they get the numbers back, and they're a big outfit at the back, so
they are. That kick out has gone long again though, and a bit of a mismatch there. Kieran Daly was going up for it, but the big men around the middle from TUD win it again. And although, as you're saying, they're not being patient, they're not taking their scores, they are keeping the pressure on, but that's a good turnover. That'll go down as an excellent turnover. They'll be very happy with that for Ulster University to rob them there and now try and counter. And getting lots of men forward. This is McCarran. And the man who caused the counter was actually Connor Cushion. He's trying to get up to help the attack now. Little dummy solo there, but didn't work. And that's good work by the defence for TU Dublin. And eventually it's a free out for them. And both teams really, to use a bit of a cliche, Mark Lavin, they're cancelling each other out, aren't they?
They are, yeah.
And then the other gets them. 6 points to 5 it remains, and you hear the word from the sideline, reset, reset. That's one of the buzzwords these days. And they are trying to build from the back, and Ulster University have just dropped right off. But I think they're going man on man, you know. I do see actually one sweeper in there now for them. Now, pacing down in front of us, that's Killian McGuinness, forced to go back to Guyden. Guyden gives it inside, and this is Dara Campion from Screen in County Meath. And here he is again, the Meath man captaining TU Dublin. They come out to Sean Hannafin. And again, lots of possession around here, but they're not making it tell. Let's see if they're patient this time. Let's see what they can do. They get it into the corner. Ulster University will be happy with that, and look at how far they've had to go back, and that's an unusual ball. That might even be intercepted, it might be turned over. Nicely nipped up with his toe as well, and indeed he's got a free. That was an unusual boot out the field from corner forward, and they're finding it really hard to break down Ulster University.
They are finding it hard to break them down. Like they're set up very well. They're well communicated at the back there as well, passing on runners. You don't really see anyone completely locked on. They're kind of more so clogging the space, which isn't leaving any little channels for TU to break down. Yeah,
the ball went into the corner and had to come straight back out again. So this is Canavan now, one of the Canavans. It's Dara, and he puts it all the way over the middle, and he was looking for Lachlan through the middle. It hasn't worked though. And TU will get a chance to break again. Guyden's in a bit of space, but they try to find him and they don't. It's well intercepted instead by Oisin McCann. That was great work by him. He spotted that and he's got it again now, and he might even get a score out of it. Got it back from Rory Canavan and working it in close. And is it fisted over the bar? I'm trying to see through the management here at ground level in front of me, but I think they did. Good work, as I say, by McCann, the Killyclahar man, and that's Lachlan. And eventually it's Canavan, quick hands.
Great score, yeah, great ball movement.
But the finish with his hands there, the hand, I mean, how do you even, he just does everything so quickly. It was so slick there, wasn't it?
It was, yeah.
Change here for TU Dublin. Ryan Deegan has been brought off, the man who got a yellow card in the first half. He looks disappointed. That's one of their big lads gone. Did you see who came on?
Another big lad gone in there, yeah, Shane Canaan.
That's the man I was talking about. He had a match up with a certain Connor Glass. I was wondering how long it would take for him to come in. He had a match up with him in Croke Park a couple of weeks ago, of course, in the All-Ireland final. So he's now into the play from the St Bridget's club. So Canaan is in just 5 minutes into the second half, just as his team go 2 points down. Now the referee said play on, that's not a foul. He's given them the go ahead there. So it's a 2-point lead, and TU Dublin have not managed to get a score in the second half. And to be honest, Mark, they haven't really come that close, have they?
No, they haven't really came out played properly now in the second half. Free there for Jordanstown.
Yeah, it's all working well for them at the minute. They're only 2 points ahead, but they seem to have a wee bit of the upper hand, would you say?
They do, definitely. At the start of this second half, they've came out on top, and like their last score there just shows how comfortable they are on the ball and moving it. The runners that they do get off the shoulder.
So Maynooth are through, UCD are through, and UL are through. That's 2 from Leinster, I'm just working out, 1 from Munster. Will there be an Ulster team? Will it be Ulster University? Or will TU Dublin get back to the semi-final that they were in last year? This is Cush. And he's overturned there, and that's great work by the men in navy on the Grangegorman campus here. It's really cool to be on a campus, especially here. It's quite a cool spot, and you have the historic building in the background. It's been here 250 years. It's been a prison, it's been a workhouse, it's been a hospital, so you just feel there's a bit of history around you here, don't you? Do you feel that? You're too young.
I think I'm too young.
And TUD getting back to the game, trying to work their way along that left hand side. They haven't had a score yet, and that's not going to be a score either. He hasn't connected properly, but it could end up being dangerous. McGeehan comes out to deal with it, doesn't really. He needs a bit of help, and he gets that from Josh Largo Ellis on hand there to pick up the pieces. No goals in this game yet, but obviously it would turn things around for TU Dublin, but they're not at the stage where they're going to have to do that. And there's Dara Canavan, 27, coming out again, and they're trying to transition here quickly, and TU Dublin have just dropped off deep. Understandably enough, Mark, it feels like the pace of the game has just dropped a little bit, or a dozen patches. This is Cush now, a little bit of room for him, puts it into Loughlin. Look, he can just turn either way. You see him and his defender going, what way is he going on now? Canavan, and indeed that is a great score, and that's acknowledged by Mark. That is Dara Canavan, and the Canavan factor has been important tonight, and they now stretch it to a 3-point lead here. Got the last one as well, didn't he, with the quick hands. This is TU Dublin now. Find themselves 3 behind, I think, for the first time in the game, Mark.
I think this is the biggest score deficit that we've had so far, yeah.
Johnny Hannigan, wider!
A little bit of anxiety you might be picking up from the sideline here in TU Dublin. It's the first time I've heard their voices raised. It's a good ball in, but again, it's Daly back there for Ulster University, and they've kept TUD out in the second half. 8 minutes without a score in the second half, and they've turned them over, and that breaks your heart as well. There's Canavan turning and twisting, trying to get away, and he manages to somehow get the ball away, even though there was 2 men seem to have a grip on him, and they might benefit from this because Largo Ellis is there, and this is Loughlin. Puts it very high, and he can get this in, can he, and make it a 4-point game? He can't, it's just gone wide. But to me, Mark, it seems like the Canavan factor is increasing in this game.
Yeah, he's really kicking on now in this second half.
Whether he's in possession in an example like that, or whether he's trying to take scores, he just does everything so quickly.
Yeah. They're up and down the pitch all day as well.
But they also have TUD's number, it seems, going forward. They're intercepting a lot at the back, and they're cutting out all the time, and they're, that must have an effect on a team when you're trying to go forward and you're having your heart broken every time and you're making the effort to get up there. Yeah,
it can be frustrating, and then of course you have to get back then and defend. Big hit there.
Looks like they might be bringing on somebody. I'll get back to that in a second. Oh, that's been turned over brilliantly. They're working extremely hard still, though. That's Connor Fee. He gives it inside to Campion, and that's an unusual solo. He's trying to put it over the head of Cush. It doesn't work, and Ulster University might break. Their space is beginning to open up in this game now, and they move it quickly to Ben McCarran. He definitely has a great chance now to stretch it to 4 on his left foot, but big pressure coming in there to put him off. The referee though says it's a free, and they're surely going to get a score from this. Let's look at it again. McCarran there was favourite, and the challenge come in, and was it 23? Was it Carolyn or DJ Early?
I think
one of those
Niall
two.
Carolyn there.
It was Carolyn, yeah, but just put too much on him. But would you be slightly worried at this point?
You could be now if we don't get. We need to win this kick out and probably go up and get a score on the board. But like we see in many games, a goal can change a game in the space of no time. But no, Jordanstown have definitely came out on top now in the second half. They're very controlled, very cool in their attack, and they've chipped a few great scores.
Absolutely, they're so sharp when they transition, aren't they? Rory Canavan makes it a 4-point game, 9-5, and in the second half it's been all Ulster University on the scoreboard at least. 20 minutes to go, and slightly concerning times for TU Dublin. Jake Turley, he drills that one quite low. Oh, it's brilliantly taken by Connor Cush, and he transfers it immediately. Here he goes, or rather he runs with it immediately, and he's been brought down, and now you could be looking at a 5-point game. And look how quickly they take it. They do like to move quickly, and they might benefit from it. Oh, it's been a brilliant save. I think he put that over, and it was Kieran Daly, and they are just so much sharper. When TU Dublin were trying to talk to the referee, Ulster University got on with a lovely little pass there, and that could have been good night, only for a brilliant save from Jake Turley.
Yeah, that could have been the nail in the coffin there today, but
I thought it was a free in there, was it not, though?
Yeah.
Or was it over carry-on, was it?
I think they gave a free in, and then it was...
he got it, did he? Alright. Sorry, I'm looking at my notes and I missed that. Yes, 10 points to 5. 41 and a half minutes gone. Sorry, I'm trying to do too many things here at once. But it's double scores now, and it's a 5-point game. TU Dublin looking to bring in a sub who's right in front of us here, but they haven't managed to bring him in just yet. Let's see what they do with this attack. It's gone from slightly concerning to quite a lot concerning, I would imagine. especially the way things are going here. And they're not able to get through. They need 5 points, or as you say, maybe a goal, but they haven't scored at all in the second half, and there doesn't seem to be a way through unless Carolyn and Guyton now can do something. That's a good fist pass into a little bit of space, and Campion is there, the captain. Can he get a score? Oh, it's just gone to the right and it's gone wide. They really needed that one to go over. It's starting to get a little bit frustrating.
It is, yeah. We could have done with that score there now to just get the scoreboard going, but
there is a substitution that we were referring to, and it's number 18. That's Danny McCartan. He's from St Lomans and Mullingar, and he's gone into a forward position, and they've just had no joy in the forwards in the second half so far, and they've brought off the number 15 Connor Fee. And is that just a straight swap, do you think, Mark?
Straight swap, yeah. Danny's a very good forward. He can play anywhere in the forwards, really. Good off both feet. So hopefully he might be able to add something now to TUD's play.
I feel sympathetic or empathetic to forwards in those sort of places, because when the ball comes in, there's maybe 3 men around them and they just can't get a chance. This is Lachlan though. Oh, and he fancies that and he's driven it. Has he got it over the bar? He has, and that's a brilliant score. Really impressed by him in the campaign so far. There's all the talk about the Cush and the Canavans and whoever, but he's a fantastic forward and he's done really well there to get that score, and he stretches it now to 6 points. Ulster University edging closer and closer to the semi-finals. This is Canaan for TU Dublin, who have done so well in the campaign so far. No defeats, remember, whereas Ulster University have been beaten by UCD. That's a lovely take and turn. And he feeds it inside. There's Killian McGuinness giving it into Hanifin. They really need a score now. I thought he was going to go for it there, but he takes one more solo. Gives it back out to Canaan. Is he going to fancy it? He isn't. He gives it inside. They need someone to take responsibility and put it over, and it's just drifting to the left. It looked like it was going to go over, but a lot of the shots from that side have drifted, and that one drifted wide. 16 minutes to go, 6 down. Mark, what are you thinking?
Well, definitely Jordanstown are on top now at the minute. I think that's 3 or 4 chances TU have missed in the second half that could write a complete different story if they had scored them, but here they are now in the attack again.
Oh, hold on, and it's the captain. No, it's not the captain. That is Hanifin, and he's got it. Well, there we go. That is what they needed, and I wonder will that spark a bit of a revival. It was good work actually by the man who just came on there, the number 18 who was involved there. A nice give and go from McCartan, and they have got their first score of the second half. It took them nearly to the end of the third quarter, but they've got it, and it's 11 points to 6. And sometimes, Mark, a score can just motivate them and just energize them and just give them a bit of confidence and can just transform them a little bit. Let's see what happens. A kick out goes very long and it's broken, and it's well taken for Ulster University. It was McCann who got the first touch, and this is Largo Ellis just about keeping it in and gives it in to Daly. Daly, Trillick man, and that's not far from Fermanagh, where Largo Ellis is from, down that part of the country. And that's going to be a free in, and the management from TU Dublin a little bit mystified by that. Have another look at it there. Oh, they both went down for it there, and it's a free in for Ulster University. Just gone over the third quarter mark now, and it's 11 points to 6. Just checking your live chat all the time there under the YouTube. Feel free to leave a message there. I'll ask for your player of the match in about 10 minutes time as well. Huge audience there of 2,300 devices onto this game, seeing how Ulster University are faring. They're faring very well, and that's another point for them. That must have been moved over. It must have been a bit of back chat there maybe.
I think it was, yeah. It even could have been a few lads arguing back, and the reaction from the line too.
Kickouts from Jack Turley, just about kept in, and they have possession. Trying to move it as quickly as they can up the field. Just about keeping it in, are they? Yeah, they've got it still. No, they've, well, it's hard to see over on that side, but
line
yeah,
ball, I think, yeah.
It is a line ball, you're right. TU Dublin, they're going for the direct ball now, and they've got it in there. Now they have a chance and go for goal. Oh, I was just waiting for the net to lift there, but it's gone wide. You can see what was on his mind, but that would have really brought them right back into it. Let's have another look at it, Mark. Were you expecting the net to lift there?
I was, yeah. Luke, he's dangerous in front of goal. He's a man for a goal.
Yeah, Luke Swan there, he really went for it there. Substitute coming in, another one for TU Dublin, and this time it's Cian Riley. He's from Killygarry and Cavan, which is just outside Cavan town. And again, give me the lowdown there. What's he like? What sort of player is he? What are they thinking there, do you think?
Yeah, no, Keane's a very good footballer. He's been with the Cavan senior team the last couple of years. I actually haven't even gotten to play with him yet.
They're bringing off the fella Luke Swan who nearly put that in the net. They must have had that predetermined. But they now trail by 6 points, 1 point in the second half, and so nearly a goal there. It's maybe, do you think, getting to the point where they might start having to go for goals?
I think so, yeah. Well, there's 13 minutes still to go. I'd say if you could clip maybe 2 or 3 points and see how you get on with it. But they need to get themselves into the scoring zone first and even break down the Jordanstown defence, who've been very good tonight. Might
be a score at the other end though, because that's a lovely bit of work, and he's put it very high, and he's got it inside the post, and that's the other Canavan, that's Rory Canavan. Brilliant take under pressure and a terrific finish as well. The Canavan boys are torturing TU Dublin tonight, and they might even get it from the kickouts. They don't, but it's another point, and it's 13-6, and it's been all Ulster University in the second half. Very impressive. You're talking about the defence, but the forwards have been so clinical as well.
They have, yeah. Great score there by Rory.
TU Dublin breaking over on the far side down the left. We're into the last 12 minutes of the game, and it's starting to get really concerning now for TU Dublin. They brought on quite a few subs, and this is one of them. This is Cian Riley, adding to the Cavan contingent. This is Killian McGuinness battling his way through, but they've been forced around the edges. Difficult to get scores from there, and that's blocked down rather easily as well, and it's going to be a 45, but again, they just can't get through that defence. And Ulster University, to their credit, their defence has worked so hard and so efficiently in the second half.
They're set up very well. Both defensively and attacking wise, so that's really the difference when you get to this stage of the competition.
And now they're sending on subs to getting some fresh legs for the last 10 minutes or so. And it's hard to see, but I think they've made 3 subs there, if I'm reading that right. We'll pick up the numbers as we go on, but Ulster University realising that the players out there have worked extremely hard, and they've lots of good men on the bench, so they're making changes for that last 10 minutes to try and get over the line, but they're in a great position here. This is Guyden, Sean Guyden from the St Sylvester's Club, Malahide. He's lining up this 45 as if he can put it over from there. Would he be known for putting 45s over?
He would be, yeah. Hopefully he can clip this one now.
As you can tell, our co-commentator Mark is a TU Dublin man. It's coming in, is it? It's coming in. It's beautiful. Absolute beauty. Right over the black spot. And that brings it back to a 6-point game. But more importantly, will it lift the team as we go into the last 10 minutes now?
Yeah, this kick out here now will be a big play.
Yeah, they're not getting it short, Ulster University.
No,
there's one going short, but when they go long, they've been winning more of them in the second half, haven't they?
They have, yeah. They've been on the kick-outs now in the second half. But
and that one's been, it's a free for Ulster University. As you can tell, the sideline not happy with it. Let's have a look at it again. Challenge goes in, and was it for Guyden coming in maybe?
I think it was Guyden coming in, but 2 lads going for a ball.
Ref, right there, give him a rope.
Just checking the live chat again on the coverage. As I say, we go in now to the last 9 minutes of the game. Another free for Ulster University, and down in that left hand corner, and that's exactly where they want the ball to be. 22 is down there for them. I said I was going to give you the subs, but I've just realised I'm not sure of all their numbers just here with me, so it'll take a few minutes to get that. 24 is out there, 22, 24 for Ulster University. Try and work them out for you. In the meantime, it's all gone a little bit quiet because it's a free for Ulster University. He's lining this one up. 13 points to 7 to make it double scores again. He's put it high, but it's going to the right. I don't think that's going to come in. Might even stay and play. Might even, no, it's gone out, and it's going to be a goal kick. They need to move this quickly. What are you thinking now, Mark?
Yeah, I think they need to get the ball out as quick as they can, get up the pitch, hopefully work it into a scoring position, clip a score over, and then go after the kick out, and then a goal chance might open up for them. But I think now with the way Jordanstown are playing with their intensity, and
they are. The intensity is the word. Yeah, they've turned it over there high up the field. That's not going to come in. That's gone way down into the centre of the campus here. It's gone wide, but they put a lot of pressure on, don't they?
They do, yeah. They're very strong off the mark now. They're straight in. There's not even a second to them of thinking. They're just straight in, going for the ball, whether it's attacking or defending. You can see there's no easy out ball for TU here either.
Yeah, look how hard they're having to work, but they do have it now, and this is Jack Flynn. Transfers it quickly, that's the key, and there's Guyton. This is brilliant football. This is Dara Campion. This is terrific work, but he's brought down, and it's going to be a free in. And I fancy they'd rather have got going a little bit closer to goal there, but Ulster University may be quite happy just to concede from out there because they don't want to let them anywhere near goals. It's the old cliche, don't let them in. Keep the goals out and you'll win this. That seems to be the message at the minute with 7 minutes to go. That's still enough time though, especially if Guyton can put this one over. And taking this one out of his hands, can he get this one over? They've only scored twice in the second half just to make it 3, and he should do, and he does. Gets one back for them. The substitutions, by the way, for Ulster University, 22 is Danny Fullerton, of course, who scored that bullet of a goal against UCC, and 24 is Jack Cunningham. He's from Carrickcruppen in Armagh. He's played in the league final, so that's 2 of the subs. There might have been a third one, but let's get back to the play. The referee says that's a free for TU Dublin. They're getting a bit of momentum now, and Guyton just moves it nicely inside to Carolyn. But they're around the edges. Can they get close enough to get a point or maybe even a goal to really make this interesting? It's good work in there. Has it gone over? Oh, I fancy it's gone to the right, and it has gone wide from Danny McCartan there. And that's frustrating for them because that would have brought it back to a 4-point game with 4 minutes to go. But from these kickouts, we'll watch this again because they're going long every time, Ulster University. And they're getting quite a bit of joy from them. So where's he going to go this time? The press is high, so they try to beat it. And we talked about the big lads around the middle, but the big lads for Ulster University have stood up. And that's gone over to the other side this time. But they keep looking for McCann. And they've won this one on the break. Cush has got that one for Ulster University. And now they look to put that ball into that full forward line. And why not when you have men like the Canavans and Fullerton in there? Is that a 26?
26 in there too,
yeah. 26 for Ulster University. And that is Eamon Brown. He's from Clonduff in County Down. I think that's the 3 changes up to date now. So 5.5 minutes now, and it's TU Dublin showing a lot of urgency and trying to get forward. They have men over here, but can somebody produce something a little bit special? Guyton takes it, they move it quickly. That's a great ball across to the middle, and this is McCartan who missed the last one. That's going to drop short, and it's very short. Maybe he was looking to pass in there, but it's not going to do. And Ulster University have not just eaten that up, they're going to transition and transfer the ball as quickly as they can. No, they're not. They're going to steady it up now, but they have all important possession. They've used that possession really well. This is Ronan McCaffrey from the Timor Shamrocks club in Fermanagh. This is another Fermanagh man. That's Largo Ellis from Irvinstown in Fermanagh. This is Peter O'McCartan. And they're just keeping possession here, and they're just killing any momentum that TU Dublin have had in the last few minutes, and they're keeping it at a 5-point game. They're keeping them at distance, and they're keeping the ball up the field, and they're moving it well. They might even get a score as well, and that is Oisin McCann, and if he gets it, that's one of the scores of the game. And it is, and it was brilliant football all the way up there, and nicely finished as well for Oisin McCann. He's had a terrific game. He's been so important around the middle and nullifying the height that they have from TU Dublin, but he's done really well. 6-point game. Are you beginning to think your time's up?
I think it might be up here now unless we can find out a way to squeeze a goal in.
Yeah, it's beginning to look like that now. At least one goal is required. Killian McGuinness, he was the man who may have got the goal in the Galway game, and there's another ball that's just too easy for Ulster University, and they do look like a beaten team at the minute. At half time they were right in it, TU Dublin, but the second half it's been all Ulster University, and they've been so sharp on the break, and when TU Dublin have had to come forward and press a little bit more, they found spaces in behind, and they have a free here with 3 minutes and 10 seconds to go, and they have a 6-point lead, and it's beginning to look like the Ulster University boys are on their way. Treatment required for, I think it's that number 26 that we were talking about, Brown, and it's a free as well in. And it's Fullerton near the ball, but he's not going to take it. 3 minutes to go. The other Belfast team, Queen's University, so unlucky tonight in the quarterfinals, beaten by a point, 10 points to 9. Could have been 2 Ulster teams in the last 4. This is Rory Canavan. He doesn't miss from there, and it's gone to 15, and this has been a very efficient performance and a very impressive performance by Ulster University. They suffered that setback losing to UCD, but they have done really, really well to come back since then. Another sub for Ulster University, and they've taken off Josh Largo Ellis, number 5. What a shift that he put in tonight. Trying to see the number of the player who's just come in, and he's only got a couple of minutes. I think it's a 3 actually. Maybe it's Ronan Boyle, who is wearing 3 and was listed to start but didn't start, and there he is. No, it's 2 actually.
Number 2 straight into it.
Emmett McGee from Clonera, Lurgan and Armagh, so that's who it is. Straight into the action. Another free, and the referee not happy with that challenge, and TU Dublin beginning to look a little bit desperate at the minute, and the game would appear to be up with a minute and a half to go. Second yellow card of the game coming up, I think. And will it be yellow? It is. Tough one for you, Mark, to commentate on when you're with one team with TU Dublin, but we needed you here for your knowledge of that team tonight, and we hadn't seen them before tonight. And tougher one again to maybe talk about player of the match. We'll come to that at the final whistle, just to give you a bit of warning. Connor Cush gives it back, and Ulster University get possession again with Cush. And where's he going to go with it? He just seems to have so much time on the ball now, and this is Danny Fullerton, and that's the left foot that produced the bullet of a goal against UCC, and he's popped that one over again, and that's a really nice point. But as I say, not as much pressure on Mark now as there would have been before.
No, I think the TUD lads look a bit deflated out there now, but great score nonetheless off the outside of the left boot.
Double scores again then, 16 points to 8 in the last 20 seconds of the game. This is DJ Early, forced to come across the middle. Cormac McGill, number 2. 4 is Campion. They just can't find a way through, and they're trying to just put it in there, but that hasn't gone in there really at all, and they've got a lucky break here. This is that Connor Hand out there, 29 is that, or is that Canaan?
That's Canaan.
That is Canaan, yeah. Connor Hand is 30, that's what it is. Guidance over it. I don't think he's going to find a way through there. He's maybe having a word with the referee, who's maybe telling them, well, you're in added time. He's going to have to go for it. No, he's not. He says probably no point. So he just takes his point, 16 to 9. Don't think there'll be that much added time either, do you?
I don't think so, no. There hasn't been many stoppages now in this half.
There haven't been many stoppages in the whole game. I mean, it's been really well
other than
played at a good pace.
Other than Canavan maybe going down in the first half, that's all there was.
Yeah. Kick out from Ronan McGeehan then, right out into the middle. This game definitely has dropped in pace and intensity. Peter Rugg McCartan trying to cut that one out. Guiding is there, he gets to it first. Oh, lovely little pick up on the toe as well, and Carlin definitely had goal in his mind, but too many white jerseys back there. And that's a free in, but they don't want it. They want to get closer to goal and get a chance, so he's put it over, and the referee will give good advantage there, and they've got that point. Let's have another look at it again. 62nd minute now though, and it just all seems a little bit academic, and I think it was Ryan McGill who got in the way. Goalkeeper in no rush, but there is a feeling around the sideline. We're on the TUD sideline. There is an air of resignation, Mark. I think I could put it that way.
There is, yeah. I think the lads know now. Only a couple of minutes left.
McCann there went for that one, didn't quite get it, but he has had a terrific game. Free for TUD. Challenge from Fullerton. Brought forwards. McGuinness. Is there a little bit of drama at the end? McGuinness again tries to shrug off his marker. Fullerton and does so. Now that's the sort of ball that's put in there looking for anyone to get on the end of. And he might, you know. Oh, and it's tenacious tackling and diving on the ball there to keep it out. Ulster University they've been like that all the way through, and it was the captain McGill, and that one is thrashed to the net. They have got a goal right at the end. I think it's a little bit too late unless they get this right from the restart. Let's look at it again. And I think it was 24 Cian Hanley came on at half time. Let's see, did it just break for him? And yeah, he lashed it to the net, and just before that it was McGill with a great block. But yeah, they've got their goal, 3 points in it. They couldn't, could they, Mark?
I don't know, big play here now. We'll have to wait and see if the ref blows it upwards. He let a play go on.
Well, it was Hanley who debated the goal in Galway, wasn't it, with McGuinness, and he's got one there. And there is a final whistle. They just left it too late. They did get that goal right at the end to bring it back to 3. Mark Lavin, you are TUD. You've been on the commentary tonight. It's been a tough one for you, especially in the second half, and they just left that too late, didn't they?
They did, yeah. Unfortunately now we missed a fair few chances, and our conversion rate probably wasn't good enough to compete on the night. But in credit to Jordanstown, they're a great outfit. They played well, defending and attacking numbers, defend as a team. So probably deservable winners at the end of tonight.
It was a great campaign for your team. I mean, as I said, they didn't lose for tonight. They had a couple of great wins, and they accounted themselves well tonight. But were you expecting a bit more tonight?
Probably was expecting a little bit more tonight, to be honest, yeah. And I'd say the lads will be disappointed now. Like, they know they're all good footballers. They won't have to be told what could have been done differently or a bit better tonight. So yeah, disappointment all round.
And on the issue of player of the match, if you could name a few contenders from either side who played well, and then maybe pick one you would think who would be worthy.
Yeah, well, I'll start with TUD. I think Kill McGuinness had a very good game there from in and around the middle of the park. He ran hard and he clipped a few scores. But all in all, Ulster were the better team today, and the two Canavans, very good. Both of them clipped a few lovely scores. The two wing backs as well for Jordanstown were very good, up and down all day long, created a lot of problems for TU. But player of the match for me today, I think, was Niall Loughlin. He was lights out shooting the first half, kicking off left and right, and I think when they took him off with maybe 15 minutes to go, I think Jordanstown knew they had it in the bank maybe.
Yeah, I'd agree with all that, but Niall Loughlin is a good choice. He's been around there a few years, but he's come to the fore. He's kind of the unsung hero in there, you know, and he takes some lovely scores and has done in the last few games. He's been very, very impressive, so I'm glad that you picked him. But at the same time, I have to go back to especially Dara Canavan. To me, there was a point in the game in the second half, maybe 5 minutes in, and it was his speed of thought. You know, a quick hand pass or under pressure or just thinking a wee bit ahead of everybody else and just moving the ball quickly. He's just got that wee bit of extra, hasn't he?
He does, yeah. I remember playing him a couple of years ago in an under-20 semi-final, and he's a great footballer, and I think he brings a lot to the Jordanstown team. Him and Rory, to be fair. He controls a lot of the tempo when they do attack, and he's just a great outfit to have on a college team, isn't he?
Absolutely. I'm getting some stats coming through here. Ulster University only won 42% of their kickouts, had 24 shots and converted 68%. TUD won 85% of their own kickouts, hit 22 shots but only 50% converted. I mean, stats are stats, but there's something in there, isn't there? There
is, yeah, especially when it comes to this end of the competition. I think there is a big emphasis on stats, and especially your conversion rate and your kickouts. Like, TU will be happy with the kickouts they got away, but how effective was the play after we did get the kick out off? And even though Jordanstown might have lost a lot of their kickouts, TU didn't punish them on the other side of that, and Jordanstown ended up going down and clipping a few handy scores.
Absolutely. Okay, that's Mark Lavin from TU Dublin. He's been our co-commentator tonight, making his debut. Thanks very much for that. It hasn't turned out the way you'd want it to be, but Ulster University, as you say, rightfully so, have thoroughly deserved this on the night. The draw for the semi-finals is going to be made in the next 5 minutes. We are going to go, and that will be put up on social media, and we'll maybe get reaction from Ulster University, because they are in there along with UCD, Maynooth and UL. So that's just minutes away, so keep an eye on social media and we'll get reaction as well. But for now, from the live stream team, we are going to say goodbye and see you tomorrow night. We're going to the Mardyke in Cork tomorrow night for an Electric Ireland Fitzgibbon Cup match, and we will be broadcasting that tomorrow night. So football tonight, hurling tomorrow night, as we bring you free to watch coverage of the fantastic Fitzgibbon and Sigerson games. And we've had a great game here tonight and 4 great quarterfinals all over the country, and it has ended up with that last 4. So from here, Grangegorman from the team, it's good night.